How's it going, guys? Got some more Warpstone Cup replays. We have BERRSERK on Khorne up against Gotrek Starbreaker on the Dwarves, and this one's gonna go by a little more quickly because, as we all know, Gotrek loves his boxes, and this is obviously tough for Khorne. So let's see how it goes. Valkia with the her usual kit, spear and gives of Khorne. Oh, she also even has her scarlet armor. I never see her with the scarlet armor, but yeah, it reduces weapon strength and all that for enemies. Marauders. We have a bunch of Chaos Furies. We also have some Chaos Warhounds. Basically, just to go wide with the Khorne army, just to try to surround the box, break it apart. But it's tough. Bloodletters as well. And then we have some Minos. Of course, can't go into this matchup without Minos. And Marauder Horsemen with throwing axes as well. Just the one, though. For, of course, Gotrek's build, we do have the Dawi box with Thoric, his usual kit. Rune of Breaking, Wrath and Ruin, Negation, and Forge Fire, plus the Heart and Home. And Master of the Ancient Lore, plus the two Runesmiths for more. Runes and all that. Rune of Speed, Hammer, and Oath and Still. For the rest of the army, we do have Norgrim's Ironbreakers, Longbeards as well for the box. And then we also have the Long Drawn Slayer Pirates, of course, for that those fantastic AP missiles. And, them being Slayers that can protect themselves, plus that -10 melee attack from Dwarf, which is pretty insane. Then we have two Goblin Hewers, see how they do. And some more Slayer Pirates. Let's see this entertaining gameplay real quick. Speed it up really quickly, as we know. It's going to take a while for things to get up close to each other, posturing and all that. Do. Yep. There we go. A whole lot of surround there from the Khorne side. Slow things slow down. We get a nice spear of Slapnir hitting these long beards, both of them. It's going to some pretty nice damage there. Solid chunk. Don't think this is enough really to break the dwarven box, but still gotta check it out, see if it's worth a try. Just gonna have a little bit of skirmishing back and forth from the horsemen, and then the Chaos Furies, just trying to draw any fire from the dwarven side. You have Wrath and Ruin hitting those marauders. That Master Rune of Oath and Still popped as well for that armor. Furies dropping down to get on top of the Goblin Hewer, along with the both Furies and Valkia to try to get on top of them. But they're not doing enough damage, and they're taking more in return. The Furies are dead. But honestly, the goal here obviously is to stop the Goblin Hewer from shooting, and that goal is achieved. Minotaurs get in as well, double Minotaurs. The Goblin Hewers are unfortunately still shooting. These should have gotten in on this Goblin Hewer as well, but unfortunately they were, preoccupied with being shot to death. Goblin Hewers back up and shooting against these Minotaurs, and they're going to get butchered. Another Spear Slapnir hitting these Longbeards and these Ironbreakers. Chaos Warhounds fortunately sitting idly by, not much they can do. Bloodletters trying to get through these Longbreakers, but we do have that Rune of Negation. That 40% ward save is going to take them too long to cut through all that, even with how good Bloodletters are. Goblin Hewers still shooting, and same with the Long Drawn Slayer Pirates. These Minotaurs are unfortunately routing, and here goes that AP on that side, because there's no more AP aside from Valkia. All the other APs over here with the Bloodletters, and these Minotaurs, Minos who just got routed. These Horsemen coming over to start throwing their axes in, but I don't think it's going to be enough. These Minos coming back, hopefully, but yeah. Just going to speed it up here, and that's going to be the first game. I just wanted to get through that game really quickly, and so we do have BERRSERK again up against Gotrek. BERRSERK this time bringing the Dwarves, getting some payback, and Gotrek on Bretonnia. I don't think I've ever seen Gotrek play Bretonnia, so this should be a good match, hopefully. And considering, I'm assuming BERRSERK isn't going to bring out a box from what I'm looking at on this build. Though we do have the dreaded 4 gyrocopters. So let's check it out. For Gotrek, we do have a Dragon Slayer. Can the Demon Slayer shut up, please? With the, you know, just a barrel Demon Slayer. Or rather, Dragon Slayer. And the Demon Slayer, however, does have the Hammer of Cracked Draz, and then for that -4 the melee attack, of course. Glorious Death for hitting all those Slayers, which is pretty good. Pretty okay, actually. Foe Seeker. Because as soon as that ability ends, the Slayers around them won't die if they were, you know, meant to die. Miners for the front line, and then we do have gyrocopters with brimstone guns. 3 of them in total, 1 being the generic gyrocopter steam gun. And then we do have some giant slayers as well with triple slayers, and we do have a master engineer, I'm guessing for the flash bomb. Yep, just for the flash bomb to slow down any cav, Lewin, Pegasus Knights, etc. We do have a whole bunch of archers, just peasant bowmen with pox arrows for the Bretonian side. We also have mounted yeomen, knights errants on both flanks, double filled trebuchet, damsel of beasts with just Flock of Doom, of course, and Power Stone. We do have the Wardens of Montfort, mounted yeoman ROR. Actually, we have the triple trebuchet, which is just wonderful. And we do have Lewin for the Lord. On his hippogriff, of course, with Foe Seeker, Stand Your Ground, Lion's Shield, Sword of Khorne, and the Liege Champion. Gonna get in that passive heal going. So, trebuchets is shooting in. Right now, I think they're shooting at the gyrocopters, which is not really ideal. I can imagine they're going to have a tough time shooting at the gyrocopters, but I don't know. We also have some mounted yeomen as well, parked in the vanguard for any sneaky plays. Mounted yeomen are just going to be shooting at the gyrocopters, going to screen them out. Same with Lewin. And if anybody's going to screen them out, it's definitely going to be Lewin. Gotrek's got to be careful not to lose those guys. These gyrocopters get a okay engagement here. Get rid of these peasant bowmen. Though they are taking some damage in return. No models lost, however. If you have trebuchets shooting in at the giant slayers, probably going to be a better target than the gyrocopters. Going to be much harder to shoot the gyrocopters if they're not standing still. Mounted yeomen coming around the flank. Gyrocopters coming over. I'm not sure if they're going to shoot at them, but peasant bowmen are getting some nice shots into the miners and dwarven slayers. Peasant bowmen get routed off by a nice volley from the brimstone guns, and same with these peasant bowmen as well. They're just getting roasted. We do have these gyrocopters as well coming through the back and hitting these trebuchets, possibly taking them offline. Though we have the Wardens of Montfort coming over and be taking some shots into them, though they don't have great AP, so it'll take a little while. But gyrocopters do have much less HP per model now, considering they have more models. Nice volley in from these brimstone guns, though, as you can see, with their less AP than their steam variants, they're not going to do as great. Mounted yeomen do get run off very quickly thanks to the help of the giant slayers and regular slayer variant. These brimstone guns are roasting those foe trebuchets, and they are probably going to rout off here soon. Brimstone guns running away from those mounted yeomen. Probably going to come back over to finish off the peasant bowmen. King Lewin coming over to try to screen out these gyrocopters. He's not really finding a place aside from that, however. That's his sole duty at the moment. These gyrocopters are parked at the moment, still shooting at these knights errant on the ground, which is pretty funny. Giant slayers coming around. We do have the front line trying to get into the back line here, as the Bretonian doesn't really have a front line at the moment. But the peasant bowmen are just being picked apart kind of at the moment from the gyrocopters. These brimstone guns are doing fantastic against low armor of the peasant bowmen. Though they are building up damage, it's just not going to be enough, really. They do some pretty atrocious damage, armor piercing wise. 17, 16 of it being base, 3 of it being AP. And with the amount of gyrocopters that the dwarven side brought, it's a tough call. It's tough fight. You have a nice bomb hitting those peasant bowmen, almost routing them, and I'm sure they will rout soon with another volley from those brimstone guns. The trebuchets having to drop the artillery and run away, same with these peasant bowmen. Though these two could probably turn around and start shooting at the slayers or at the miners. It matters not. Giant slayers pushing in, and these field trebuchets end up shattering as well. Peasant bowman's getting some crossfire into these giant slayers, going to do okay. Where is the mod fort shooting in as well, going to speed it up a bit as Lewin chases down these gyrocopters. Might possibly finish them off. Nope, they end up coming back, unfortunately, there for the Bretonnian side. More the mounted yeomen finishing off these miners. And getting Lewin catching onto another gyrocopter might possibly finish them off. Though they are going to land. BERRSERK is going to land them, forcing Lewin to land, who's going to get flash bombed, giving them an opportunity to possibly catch him, but no, he does make it out in time. These gyrocopters do, however, rout, though they possibly will come back, we'll see. Brimstone guns completely chasing off these peasant bowmen off the field, and might come over to do the same to this one as well. Slayers and miners just constantly trying to run down these peasant bowmen, but they're gonna be picked apart slowly. Though, and when I say slowly, I really mean slowly. It's taking quite a bit, and I really think, I'm not sure. It's a tough call here, but I think the Dwarven side should theoretically win this, as the Cav become picked apart by the Dwarven side. Though, once the gyrocopters start taking more HP losses and more model losses, it might actually go to the Bretonnian favor, but we do see the balance of power switching a little bit back into the Dwarven side. Knights Errant's taking quite a bit of damage and might end up routing soon. These guys are down to 17 models, only 1000 HP. Another Flock of Doom hitting these giant slayers, and miners gonna do okay work, though they do have that spell resistance with them being dwarves and all. Gyrocopters chasing off these field trebuchets, going to get them off the field. The giant dragon slayer gets a okay engagement against Lewin. Does okay amounts of work. Lewin thinks about attacking him, but instead goes for the master engineer with the flash bomb thrown on top of him. This might be a bit dangerous, though he does have obviously his regen, but he still doesn't want to be in a group of giant slayers, even with the sword of Khorne popped. He's going to get out of there and decide to live another day. Wardens of Montfort continue shooting into these slayers. Lewin, of course, comes in for another cycle charge, but as many cycle charges as he's gonna get in. I don't know if he's gonna win this. We'll see, though. Mr. Leon might just clutch this as he continues to cycle charge the dwarves. Another charge in from the Knights Errant. Do have wardens continuing to shoot in. Gyrocopters come back, start getting some volleys into the wardens, but they will be screened out eventually. This magic engineer is probably going to fall here. Only has 61 HP, one charge from Lewin, and he will be finished. Knights Errant running around trying to finish off these miners as well. What the Bretonnian player is trying to really do is no longer give the Dwarven side anything to attack with from range-wise, and finish off any of their, pick off any pieces that they can for it to count as attacking, and just to finish them off. Gyrocopters no longer have any ammo, so they're going to have to constantly move around and chase. Or rather, the Dwarven side is going to continue having to chase after the Bretonnian side, which obviously gives the Bretonnian side time to choose their engagements, as they really have the mobility advantage. And the Wardens of Montfort actually don't have any range at the moment, but yes, Lewin just finished off chasing, so now Bretonnian side is going to have to start engaging, and they do engage. Lewin coming in, and I do think it's going to be going to the Bretonnian side. Or rather, to the Dwarven side, excuse me. Lewin's just going to get whittled down by these Slayers. That Slayer proc, that ability is going to pop so that they don't die. And that'll be the end for Mr. Leon. 923 value here on the Demon Slayer, not bad. Getting a few decent hits into Lewin himself. 526 on the Master Engineer, 1308 on the Dragon Slayer. Giant Slayer almost paid for themselves, I think. I think they were on 1200, 1300. This one definitely did, for sure. This one did not, but they did a fine. Came in clutch in that last moment. Slayers did okay as well. Brimstone guns did good. This one specifically did fantastic. 1682 as it just ran through the back line, causing havoc, deleting peasant bowmen, and getting some nice bombing runs. Even with the tough job that Lewin had, he still did great, 28 and 98, as he was mostly chasing down gyrocopters and routing them off. He was the sole reason, honestly, that they weren't able to run rampant that entire game. I mean, they still did, obviously, because that's how good gyrocopters are now, but nonetheless, he still did his job. 1058, and also, I guess, fighting the Master Engineer and whatnot as well. 1058 on the spellcaster, she did okay. Flux of Dooms and whatnot. Trebuchets kind of got picked apart. Didn't really have a place, unfortunately, for them. 329. It was mostly the gyrocopters which made their lives hard. They just came over and decided that those field trebuchets shouldn't exist anymore. That they were an abomination, and yeah, that goes to the dwarves. Again, 2 dwarven wins back to back. Unfortunately for you land battle enjoyers. Anyways, I'll catch you guys next time with the third game. Bye-bye. How's it going, guys? Got that third game. I'm not sure if I'll include this in the previous video, but if I do, then wonderful. If not, oh well. Anyways, we'll see how fast this game goes. For BERRSERK, we do have Tzeentch, and as his lord, he does have the Changeling. Who is he turning into? Kugath, of course. That's what I see a lot, apparently, in land battles. Kugath is the main choice. Aside from a few other options, I mostly see Kugath, though. And this is a freaking Tzeentch box. Is this what it is? Is this what I'm seeing right now? If so, this is going to go probably fast, and it will go in the third video. But nonetheless, Chaos Warriors of Tzeentch with halberds. 3 of them with the spawn of Tzeentch, including the weird spawn for that... Wait, do they have... What was it? I talked about it with my viewers. What do they have aside from melee stat differences? They have Terror? Yes, they have Terror. Yeah. And we do have the Sour Guts, Pink Horror RR, just the main choice there for most Tzeentch players. For those who don't know, the Sour Guts do die and do damage when their models die, their entities die, rather. So they can do damage to your enemies if they land on them or attack them in melee. Marauder Horsemen as well for any skirmishing needs. Streaking Sky Rays, that's the another mainstay for the Tzeentchian side. They do have that Lamprey's Bite drop, which is freaking fantastic. Did he have any spells for the Changeling? No, he didn't. Just that change, but that form change. Look at that freaking balance of power. My God. Scarbrand. We do have him with Raging Bodied, and of course his Breath Attack, which is haggard at best, but you know, we have it nonetheless. Chaos Furies, can't go to any fights without your Chaos Furies. 3 of them, or 4 of them rather, and then a whole bunch of Marauders, and then we have Minotaurs of Khorne, your Khorne Taurs, plus a whole bunch of Warhounds. Are they both Warhounds? No, Fleshhounds. All right, let's get right into it. Shrieking Sky Rays, looking around for an engagement. Rather, they're going to get their ability drop on these Marauders. Do fantastic work. I do hate that ability. But what can you do about it? They have the Marauder Horseman coming over, probably going to get a volley or 2 into Scarbrand, and he does. And they do, rather. But not going to do too bad with that first volley. Shrieking Sky Rays get attacked by the Chaos Furies, having to pull back into the little box here. Of course it's a box. What am I talking about? It's a freaking Changeling turn to the Kugath. Why am I not expecting a box? Kugath does come with all of his spells, and that's why he didn't bring the Changeling with spells. Duh. Marauder Horsemen do cut out with the Raging Bodied, and we'll possibly route here. Who knows? Chaos Furies do come around and get a recharge as well, so that might help too. And they also get another engagement with them. Yeah, those Marauder Horsemen are going to be terror routed out. And just going to see just going to speed up a little bit as we do see a whatever corruption spell, I forgot what it's called, hitting those guys. Not going to do a whole lot, however. Thing is, can Scarbrand break this box? I really am not sure. This is a very degenerate box, and this is exactly what you should expect out of a Warpstone Cup. Very degenerate, sweaty boxes. And yeah, Kugat's gonna get a volley in there. Minos come in, but those halberds are gonna take them to pieces. Same with the weird spawn, same with the chaos spawn, giving them armor sundering. Giving those minotaurs down to 40 armor. Down to -7 leadership. Did they not break there? Wow. Yeah, they came back up and down to 0 melee defense though with all those debuffs. And Lake Father's Oriation bringing those Chaos Warriors up to 67 melee defense, which is pretty nice. Making this box very, very degenerate. But yeah, this is I mean, what can you say here, really? The degenerate box. That's all it is. Kugaths, you know, just gonna rage and body, try to pick things apart, and do a best he can. Do the best that he can. I mean, Skarbrand is the best choice for here when breaking a box here with that rage and body. You can do exactly what he did, and that was a fantastic play there. And catching out those weird spawn and the Shrieking Sky Rays. You do get, what is this, the Fleshy Abundance overcasted. Nice. You have that Shrieking Sky Ray ability hitting those Chaos Warhounds, or rather Chaos Warriors. They do okay there. We have that army ability hitting Skarbrand. Gonna do okay amounts of damage, not too bad. Horn to Khorne throw down as well to up all of the melee attack from the Minotaurs and all the Chaos Warriors and whatnot. It does seem like the Tzeentch box is winning, even with that nice Rage and Body pick there from Skarbrand. Kugath is just an absolute menace, and Kugath will eventually beat Skarbrand in melee as well. But yeah, speed it up, and unfortunately, it will go to the Tzeentch box. Quick game there. So this would be going to that same video with the other two games. But let's see here. 2272 on Kugath. No surprise there. Did it great. And 1122 on Chaos Spawn. 950 here. 1319. I don't think you guys really care too much about the values here. 1312 on Skarbrand, but I might as well breed them out, even if I didn't do it for the first one. But yeah, sweat. That's all that was, sweat. I do not envy either of these players. I'm glad I didn't play against any of my matches yet so far. But I'll catch you guys next time with another video. Bye-bye.